Good afternoon. Thank you for joining. My name is Farah Montenegro. I am the local product expert for Brady Middle East based in Dubai. I've been with the company for 15 years, and my job is to assist our partners with projects, compliance statements, and trainings. Brady is an American company established in 1914. Headquarters are based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, trading on the New York Stock Exchange. We have around 6,400 employees across the world with operations in 29 countries. We have a strong and carefully selected distributor network in more than 100 countries worldwide that can assist with local support. What do we do? Why do companies and individuals seek us out when performance matters? That is because we protect people, products, and places. Brady designs and manufactures high-performance industry labels, safety and facility identification products, printers, software, Lockout, tagout, and spill control products. Brady is the leader when it comes to industry expertise. We are compliant with the latest standards and norms. We develop solutions tailored to the expectations of mass transit, aerospace and defense, laboratory, automotive, electronics, process industry, and power industries. All right, now that you got to know us better, let's begin with the identification solutions for utilities and renewable energy industries. The United Nations has stated that the impacts of climate change are already affecting people and ecosystems. Meeting the climate challenge requires industries and institutions, both public and private, to be able to assess and understand the climate change, design and implement adequate policies, and to work towards resource-efficient societies and low-emission growth. Energy and utility industries such as power, low carbon, gas, waste management, and water industries are generating clean energy based on three success factors, which are alternative energy, smart grids, and the energy conservation efficiency. What role does Brady have in these success factors? We are not just a manufacturer. We can guide you with lean initiatives and help your staff and employees detect abnormalities at a glance. What is the impact of not having standard work procedures clearly documented and posted where they are readily accessible to workers when they need them? A non-visual, unorganized work area causes downtime, lost productivity, and has a negative impact on the bottom line. In addition to inefficiencies, lack of workplace visuals can create extremely unsafe conditions. A primary cause of deadly waste is information deficits or missing information. And too often, employees lack the knowledge they need to do the job efficiently and effectively. This leads to wasted time in searching, asking, waiting, retrieving information, or just plain giving up. A co-worker dies and 160 others have a work-related accident every 15 seconds. Unfortunately, workplaces claim more than 2.3 million deaths per year. Workplace accidents not only impact companies, but also people's lives and the overall health of the available workforce. Local and international legislations require employers to provide the means for working safely. Work accidents inflict costs on many parties. This includes medical costs and damage claims, as well as higher insurance premiums, training for new employees, and temporary shutdowns. Let's talk about cable and wire identification. In the electrical, telecom, and datacom industry, hundreds to thousands of cables are managed on a daily basis. An effective labeling system can make all the difference to your operations. How much money are you or your team losing while trying to trace an unidentified faulty cable? And how fast pressure builds on you when machinery, production lines, servers, and services are impacted. We all know that cabling work will not stop with the initial installation. More cables will be added, things will be changed, maintenance and testing needs to be done. Durable professional labels that remain legible and stay attached in harsh conditions are extremely important to keep network, voice, and data cables organized and running effectively. Professional labels help you to immediately recognize what needs checking during troubleshooting. It clearly marks parts for upcoming maintenance upgrades and safety warnings or precautions. What is a professional label? Professional labels are engineered to withstand harsh environments. The construction of a label is a combination of a liner, adhesive, substrate, and top coat. This combination is what provides performance and durability. This means resistance against weathering, flames, chemicals, or high temperatures. There are multiple styles, materials, and sizes, but which label is the best one? The best material for your application depends on the environment it's exposed to. Keep in mind the various conditions that your wires, labels, and components face on a daily basis. When finding the right quality and type of label, consider characteristics such as abrasion resistance. Do they need to be self-extinguishing in case of fire? Fuel resistance, high temperature, solvent, outdoor durability, meaning UV rays. For example, polyolefin labels and sleeves. They remain legible in wet environments and have resistance against chemicals and high temperatures. Vinyl labels. They offer excellent oil and dirt resistance and are ideal for non-flat subsurfaces and UV resistance as well. Nylon labels. They offer they offer performance against chemicals and temperatures up to 121 degrees, and they are ideal for use on curved surfaces and are very strong and flexible. The portable label printers are created by the Brady in-house research and development team. The printers know the labels due to the smart self technology, therefore calibration is not required. The printers are thermal transfer. They have a rugged housing for industrial work, and you can carry them with you to identify any cable on site or connect them to your computer if you prefer to import information.
Huh? Huh?
Beyond the obvious, we need to protect our environment and to reuse or recycle as often as we can. A proper spill control program can create a safe and productive work environment for your employees. By complying with the Environmental Protection Agency and OSHA regulations around spill control, we provide our people with conditions that allow for the greatest productivity and the least amount of downtime for our facilities. The cost of non-compliance around this area of regulation can be devastating to any business. What is an SPCC plan? Operating procedures that prevent oil spills, control measures installed to prevent a spill from reaching the environment, and countermeasures to contain, clean up, and mitigate the effects of an oil spill that reaches the environment.
Most facilities use absorbents to clean up leaks, drips, and spills. But is your absorbent program as complete as it should be? If a spill occurred, are you ready to respond? You may use absorbents as an effective way to clean up small spills. However, both OSHA and the EPA outline directives that deal with the use of absorbents. OSHA requires clean, dry workplace floors. EPA requires that facilities prevent potentially hazardous fluids from entering the environment. Absorbents are an effective way to comply with both of these directives. Appropriately placed spill kits are commonly used when incidents occur, but spill kits aren't enough. Consider the following scenario. While working on the floor, John creates a spill. So he gets some pads from a nearby spill kit. He cleans the spill, disposes of the used absorbents, and goes on with his day. Over the next several weeks, similar incidents occur. 2 months later, John notices a larger spill, but when he goes to retrieve the spill kit, it's empty. The previous scenario shows why an absorbent program is complete only if it has both a general purpose and an emergency spill component. For general maintenance, you must always have plenty of pads, rolls, socks, and pillows on hand. In addition, place smaller spill kits in each machine area and near all exits. This provides the best opportunity to contain a spill before it enters the environment. When a spill does occur, follow these steps for cleanup. Assess the risk. If the spill is a known substance, proceed with caution. If it is unknown, contact authorities immediately. Wear protective clothing. Contain the spill and seal all drains. Stop the source by closing valves and securing drums. Begin the cleanup process using SPC absorbents in the spill kit to absorb the liquid. Contact authorities and complete any reports required by local laws. Dispose of used materials, and remember, an absorbent takes on the characteristics of the substance it has absorbed. Decontaminate the area. Restock all kits in preparation for subsequent incidents. Review all procedures. Effectively managing both your general purpose and spill control absorbent programs is the best way to be prepared. Rely on Brady SPC to supply you with the pads, rolls, and spill kits that you need.
Using consistent, color-coded floor marking in your workplace can lead to a number of benefits. Employees are able to associate certain colors with certain areas or actions. This allows them to quickly and easily move around the facility to complete their tasks and find what they are looking for. Using color in the workplace helps to, 1, speed visual search. When you are looking for a certain material storage area, knowing what color floor marking to look for helps you to find it faster. 2, emphasize information. Marking aisleways and exit paths to your facility helps to emphasize the safest path to walk through. This helps to keep pedestrians and forklifts safe and provide quick egress guidance in an emergency. 3, show associations. If you mark a cart with a certain color date and also mark off the area the cart belongs in within the same color date, you can easily associate the cart with its intended location. 4, transmit important messages. Concerts that are constantly marked with bright colors like red and yellow quickly tell employees that the area is unsafe or should be kept clear. Something to keep in mind when selecting floor marking materials are durability. When you have a durable floor marking tape, you spend less time and money replacing damaged or worn lines. Look for a tape that can withstand forklift traffic, has low-profile design to minimize tears and scratches from skids, pallets, and other threads. Rugged polyester tape and ultra-aggressive adhesive are key features for durability, while paint is another durable option. Easy application. The right tape can easily be applied in smooth, straight lines without the help of co-workers. Stiff polyester tape with liners help to prevent tape from stretching, which reduces wrinkles, waves, and lines. Also look for material that allows for clean removal without any adhesive residue or damage to the floors. And visibility. Tape can provide effective visibility with a bright, protected finish, a variety of high-impact colors, and a surface that resists marks and smudges. Use as few colors as possible. This makes it easier for employees to remember the meaning of each color and reduces the number of floor marking products in inventory. Color-coded areas in front of electrical panels, red and white, should also be used to mark the floor in front of electrical panels. Some facilities use black and yellow to indicate the presence of an electrical hazard, but the primary purpose of the marking is to keep the area in front of the panel clear. Danger labels should be displayed on the outside of the panel to warn employees of potential shock and arc flash hazards. Color code operational. Keep clear areas. Use black and white marking to indicate that an area should be kept clear for operational reasons, such as ensuring sufficient clearance for forklifts. As objects without a home tend to naturally congregate in open areas, employ black and white markings to discourage the use of open floor space for unintended purposes. Color code hazardous areas or equipment. Black and yellow striped marking should be used as a border around any area or piece of equipment where employees may be inadvertently exposed to a special hazard. For example, use black and yellow borders around flammable material containers. The intent of black and yellow border is to indicate that special caution should be exercised when entering and working in the area. Mark means of egress. For buildings 75 foot and higher above ground level, use luminous egress path markings on steps and floors to delineate exit pathways. That way workers and visitors can locate exit paths in low light if an emergency occurs.
Laying a straight line of floor tape is more art than science. It takes a keen eye, a steady hand, a strong back, and plenty of patience. But what about those really, really long lines? Time to leverage a little science and engineering into your next masterpiece. With the Brady Tough Stripe Floor Tape Applicator. It's the one tool that can handle all of Brady's industry-leading Tough Stripe tapes. Floor tape liners are collected automatically, from vinyl all the way up to our thickest Tough Stripe Max. It all goes down straight and smooth. When the job is done, its lightweight body packs down and away in a snap. The Brady Tough Stripe Floor Tape Applicator. Put it all on the line.
Why are visual workplaces being implemented in France everywhere? An important fact that provides the basis for a visual workplace is that people gain 75% of what they know visually, 13% through hearing, and 12% through smell, touch, and taste. Since people tend to learn by seeing, workplace visuals play an important role in job training and ensuring that workplace standards are adhered to. Why do we use safety signs? Safety signs are a message intended to our employees, customers, and general public. It's an opportunity to prevent injuries to both the employees, and visitors. It can help reduce workers' compensation claims against the company. It can help prevent downtime of equipment and creates a visually instructive, productive workplace. Now, where do safety signs go? Signs must be placed to alert individuals of hazards. They should have sufficient time to avoid the hazard and take appropriate action. Some examples are exposure to harmful substances, gases, or vapors, machines repaired, danger of falling objects, trip hazards, and slippery floors. Signs must be clear, visible, and unobstructed. Signs should be clearly illuminated. Safety signs should continue to be inspected, maintained, and cleaned to ensure they are in good condition and in the appropriate location. Lack of maintenance or inadequate maintenance can lead to dangerous situations, accidents, and health problems.
Because safety and productivity mean the world to you, you need signs and labels that do more than just identify. You need big impact. With the right visuals in the right places and in colors that get noticed, your employees have the information they need at a glance. That way, you can send them home safely every day, maintain regulatory compliance, and keep your facility running efficiently. When you need to take your visuals to the next level, you don't have time to wait around. We have your solution. Brady's new BBP 37 sign and label printer has unprecedented capabilities that set the new standard in safety and facility identification. What does this mean for you? The new standard in color. This printer gives you the power to make visuals with multiple colors on one label. After all, colors get noticed. The new standard in label shape. Cut the shapes and text you need to create impactful signs and labels whenever you need them. The new standard in speed. Get labels in a flash, print speeds as fast as 5 inches per second, and material changeovers in just 20 seconds. And it doesn't stop there. With built-in label design applications, along with Brady Workstation's label creation software, creating workplace visuals is easier than ever before. The BBP 37 printer also boasts more than 300 label parts with unrivaled material durability. You do the job once and do it right, making you the hero for your facility. Save the day with powerful features that help take your workplace to the next level. Create visuals to be proud of, visuals that make a difference with Brady's BBP 37 printer. You'll never know how you live without it. Visit Brady's website to get started.
Lockout tagout is an important safety procedure critical to safeguarding workers and employees around the equipment they operate, service, and maintain. A well-organized LOTO program that includes clearly labeled energy sources, easy-to-follow procedures, and readily accessible lockout tools can greatly speed up maintenance and servicing activities. Workers can avoid time-consuming tasks such as tracing pipelines and electrical circuits in order to verify the appropriate energy control points. As a result, maintenance work is completed more efficiently, downtime is reduced, and machinery is kept running at peak performance levels. Unexpected startups of equipment can cause extensive damage to the machinery itself, adding the expense of equipment repairs. The first step is to develop and document a lockout policy that identifies in detail the purpose and scope of lockout program. Procedures serve as a check sheet to help employees avoid make mistakes and reduce the risk of accidents and injuries. Procedures speed lockout activity, which in turn reduces downtime and improves operational productivity. Step 2, identify all energy control points. In this step, you need to localize and clearly mark all energy control points, including valves, switches, breakers, and plugs, with permanently placed labels or tags. Step 3, equip authorized employees with the proper lockout tools and warning devices. Step 4, train employees and promote awareness and safe work practices. You need to keep in mind all the people in your facility, recognize three groups with different needs of awareness degree, which are your authorized employees, your affected employees, and other employees who may encounter lockout being implemented.
An electrician is instructed to perform routine maintenance on the breaker switches inside a panel. One last job before leaving for vacation with his wife and kids. He'd already seen that the main power supply was shut off, so he'd make this quick. But what he didn't see was that another worker was about to re-engage the main for his own purposes. No reason not to. It's not locked out. The shock and engulfing arc flash was terrible. One victim on the ground, with 4 more waiting at home.
Why pipe marking? Unmarked pipes are a danger to both life and property. Accidents, injuries, and damage to equipment can be caused by people not knowing what individual pipes contain. By correctly identifying pipes, errors can be prevented. Accidents caused by negligence lead to both physical and psychological grief and often cost companies large amounts of money. The correct identification of pipes ensures a better insight into a building structure. It gives speed and clarity for emergency services, contractors, new employees, and temporary staff. It will also make maintenance work easier and prevent time-consuming searches. Pipe markers will assist the employee to quickly verify their training by simply looking at a marked pipe or valve marker instead of having to remember from top of their head. It improves plant appearance, clean and well organized. Industry best practices recognize that implementing an effective labeling and signage program contributes to building a safe and efficient facility. Therefore, it enhances ISO and quality programs. I get a lot of questions of what is the advantage of pipe markers over painting. If there is a plant change or repair or maintenance, the pipe marker can be relocated. Just remove the retaining tape with a blade and it's easy to install it again. With paint, it's difficult to comply with standards, especially standards that carry secondary color bands, multiple pictograms, or even barcodes. You apply one coat, wait till it dries, apply the second band, wait till it dries, then the arrows, then the text. It's time consuming, and that adds hours to your installation. At the end of the day, time is money. We also need to consider the surface preparation for paint that may consist of sandblasting and permits for flammable areas. There are processes where asset tracking systems are in place with barcodes, and this can easily be included on the pipe marker. While with paint, you cannot. Paint will last 3 years. Pipe markers last from 5 to 10 years, depending on the material selected. This means with paint, you will need to have your crew mark the pipes 2 or 3 times more compared to pipe markers. Where to apply pipe markers? Markers should be located so that they are readily visible to plant personnel from the point of normal approach. They must tell you all you need to know about the pipe content, direction of flow, and whether hazardous or safe. It requires that a minimum pipe marking must be located on both sides of valves, service appliances, bulkheads, wall, and floor penetrations. If you have straight runs, then the markers should be at every 25 to 50 feet intervals. On utility stations, lines should be labeled once, immediately adjacent to hookup. On the equipment connections, one marker at each entry and exit point from all major equipment like reactors, exchangers, and vessels included. We do have an update from the International Organization for Standardization, the new ISO 20560, and the change of format is meant to increase safety. The pipe markers are a combination of two color zones. The basic identification color zone, in which you can put the content name and additional safety information like pressure, temperature, and speed. The European Union requires dangerous substances to carry relevant GHS, COP symbols to identify hazardous substances and to inform users on these hazards. Other relevant symbols can be added, such as ISO 7010, the hot surface warning symbol, and relevant symbols should be grouped at one side and displayed on the yellow safety color background. We have a few customer testimonials that we would like to share with you. Window Solar is a solar PV engineering design, installation, and maintenance company operating in the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, Ireland, and Poland. They needed an efficient solution to reliably identify the cables and inverters in 124,000 solar panels in their energy park in the Netherlands. Their expectation was that any identification solution used had to stay attached and remain legible for 10 years under active UV radiation and in rough environmental conditions. We offered Brady bag B7598 that performs in outdoor environments for up to 10 years. It has great abrasion resistance and handle temperatures up to 100 degrees. Today, Window Solar will be able to locate efficiently any inverter and cable marked for maintenance in 124,000 solar panels renewable energy park with reliable labor. AGSM Lighting operates in the public lighting sector and acts to enhance the image of the city and to ensure the safety of citizens by containing light pollution and seeking advantageous solutions for energy saving. AGSM Lighting made it easy for citizens in Verona to report light pole failures accurately with their smartphone. Light poles help create an inviting, safe, and secure city environment. They are a standard yet important component of every city as citizens count on them to illuminate the streets, pavements, and squares. Therefore, when a light pole is not working, every passerby wants it repaired immediately. AGSM Lighting was looking for a way to make it easy for every citizen to report any light pole failure quickly and accurately. To make this possible, AGSM wanted to link every light pole to their web portal with a unique QR code. We offer Brady B595. The label can be printed quite easily in any office, utility shed, or large vehicle. It has an outer durability of up to 10 years and is excellent for curb surfaces. A large offshore wind and renewable energy company, they asked to be anonymous. Their challenge was to safeguard from electrical shocks and turbine activation during maintenance. They needed to secure the flow of green energy by safely servicing and maintaining fast-growing numbers of wind turbines on land and at sea. Part of that challenge is to optimally protect against electrical shocks and to make turbine activation impossible while maintenance is still going on. Brady offered in Lockout tagout bags maintenance kits. Each bag includes universal mini circuit breaker lockout devices to easily block circuit breakers in the off position. Padlocks in the bag can be used to lock the universal mini circuit breaker lockout in place, and they are personalized with an engraving and key alike so that maintenance professionals can open all of their own padlocks with a single key. They are key different versus the padlocks in every other bag, so nobody can accidentally remove the padlock of a colleague who might still be servicing the machine. The padlocks are also color-coded using green for electrical lockout and red for mechanical lockout, and the bag also holds a lockout tagout hosp that allow multiple padlocks on a single universal mini circuit breaker lockout device. This will keep a machine neutralized until all maintenance professionals involved are finished and remove their personal padlock. All right, this takes us to the end of our presentation. You will be able to see on this screen Regional Sales Manager from Africa and Middle East. For over 100 years, we have been trusted by clients to help solve some of the biggest safety challenges. Our comprehensive site surveys and programs are customized in partnership with you to meet your requirements, keep your employees safe, and ensure your compliance. It can be on pipe markers, safety signs, lockout tagout, cable and wire. We can help you. Please reach out to us. We will arrange local support and guidance.
All right. If it's okay with you, we can switch to the questions. Okay, so we try to answer as many questions as possible in the chat, private and public. Due to limited time, if we do not get to answer your question now, we will reach out to make sure we clear any doubts. We will begin with load though. This is the question we received. What is required in an annual audit? So the inspections must be conducted by an authorized employee, and it contains at least 2 components. One of them is an inspection of each energy control procedure, and 2, a review of each employee's responsibilities under the energy control procedure being inspected. The following questions come from the area marking. What floor marking do you recommend on ramps? Well, this really depends on how textured the surface on the ramp is. If it's highly textured, then the floor tape would not hold up very well. If the ramp is smooth though, you could outline the edges with our Tough Strip floor marking products. The next question is, I have chemical containers in my warehouse. What color floor tape should I use, and what about electrical panels? All right, well, on this one, areas that may expose employees to physical or health hazards, in this case, we have the chemicals. These can be identified by using red and white striped tape. Now, for the electrical panels, the primary purpose of marking an electrical panel is to keep the area in front clear. So you may want to use the tape that is black and white with the stripes. The following question is there a guide of colors I can use for my pipes? Yes. Depending on the standard your company follows, there are color scheme charts. This can be for British BS 1710, where you have the primary and the secondary band. You have the OSME ANSI, which are the American standards, very popular here in the Middle East. And also you have the European standards. What we would need is to have a list of the content of the pipes, and we can help you with the allocation of colors. And also the size of the marker that is compliant with the regulation, because that depends on the pipe diameter. So if you need that as well, we can support you. Yeah. There's another question that just came in. Colors used for floor marking pipes are internationally recognized. Yes, we have a chart that we can share with you. It will tell you the colors. It will tell you the guidance. Keep clear is if it's for hazards, if it's for firefighting. So there's a whole color chart that we can send across. Yeah. All right. I believe those are the questions. I want to thank you for your valuable attendance today. I trust the information we provided will help you improve the safety of your work environment. Our goal is to make sure everyone gets home at the end of the day to the loved ones. Feel free to reach out if you need any help with your site. We are here for you. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your evening.